Hey, this is Mike Renoir, Northwest Fight Scene, NWFightScene.com. I'm here with Caros Fodor ahead of your fight with Tommy Yang Sung Ho in Indonesia. You're a week out. How you feeling?
I feel great. Right now I'm just concentrating on making the weight, but physically I feel great. We have our last day of sparring today, and that goes well. And other than that, I feel really good.
Now, Indonesia, it's a long ways away. When are you flying out?
We leave tomorrow night at 2 a.m. in the morning, and we got 12 and a half hours to Taiwan, and then another 5 and a half to Jakarta. So it's going to be a long haul.
Now, that's pretty unusual, I guess. In a fight week that you have like this one day that you're going to be traveling the whole day. How do you keep yourself loose during that time? Or you obviously can't move around an airplane so much, but
right.
What are some of the things that you're going to try to do to keep yourself loose and keep yourself going?
Honestly, I don't know. I'm going to try to stay awake tomorrow and be able to sleep the long haul on a 12 and a half hour flight. I want to be able to sleep through that. But my biggest concern is the water retention, because I do water weight at a high altitude, and I get there at 1 p.m. on a Tuesday, and I have to be on weight at 10 a.m. on a Thursday. So that gives me like a day and a half to lose that weight. So I'm trying to be lower than ever right now, and I am. Making weight's the big concern for me right now.
All right. Now, this fight's at 155. Tommy Yang. What do you know about him?
He's an undefeated up-and-comer. I have a guy that trained with him and said he's a tough guy. He's got a good chin. He's well-rounded. Muay Thai only, and he did submission grappling only, so he's got a pretty good base everywhere. I'm expecting a tough fight. I haven't watched too much footage on him, but I'm assuming that he's really trained for me, and I've really trained for him. So I don't expect an easy fight at all. Just pretty solid competition.
Now, landing here after your cut from the UFC with ONE FC, talk about the differences in rules. And I know that's something that you mentioned before in some of your interviews. What are some of the differences in rules, and why do you like ONE FC rules?
The rules differences are you're allowed to strike on the ground. You can knee to the head on the ground, you can soccer kick to the head on the ground, elbows are allowed everywhere. So it's really like the old pride rules, except for the stomp. You can't up and down stomp to the head only, to the body you can. And plus you get elbows, so I think it just allows for exciting fights. There's so many places to finish somebody. If you get someone on the bottom, or if you're on the bottom, the odds of getting finished at really good. North-south position, and plus you trip somebody, they stumble, you swing off a soccer kick, the fight can be over with. So it really keeps everybody on the toes. There's not a lot of stalling for the guy on the bottom. He's in danger everywhere, and it's exciting.
Now, is the judging any different that you know of? Is it they have the 10-point must system? How is the judging different?
I'm not sure the exact system, but I have looked at the criteria, and it is different. Takedowns aren't weighed like they are in the UFC. It's effort to finish the fight. People are going for submissions. People are being aggressive, trying to finish the fight, trying to knock someone down. That scores you points. Holding, takedowns, it is on there. I control the outcome, but it's not the number one. I think the top two is aggression and damage and trying to finish the fight.
Well, I know your coach Matt Hume. He's been integral in their rule making over there, so that's pretty cool to see that going on. Now, talk about with the rule changes that you're dealing with. Knees to the head on the ground. Are you training for that now?
Yes, in sparring, I'm working the soccer kicks, working the head, and it's a lot of fun. But you have to warn your opponent, your partners, and I have to warn for myself. It's just new. Like dumping someone off the cage and then instantly throwing a soccer kick to the head is a new feeling, but it's very effective and it gets people moving. But you got to be careful because it is dangerous for your sparring partners.
Sure. Now, fighting in Indonesia, this is your first time fighting out of the States. What are your thoughts on that?
I'm excited for it. I went to Manila with Viviano Fernandez for his fight. I got to see how ONE FC works, but I'm definitely excited to see different parts of the world. It's gonna be a new experience. I just wish I could enjoy the first part a little bit more, but making weight is an issue for me. So I'll be stressed out and then the fight, but afterwards I try to suck into some culture.
Right on. Now, with the UFC obviously getting cut after the Sam Stout fight, that was obviously a disappointment to you. Talk about how you learned about the cut and what were your thoughts at the time.
I was devastated. It was a huge upset for me. I thought for sure I'd get at least one more chance because the fight was so close, and when originally they talked to Matt and they told him, and then they emailed me, and yeah, I was just shocked, you know. But I tried to move right on to what I was going to do next instead of sit there and dwell on that.
Right now, and ONE FC was next. How soon did you start talking to them?
Right after, they're the only people we talked to. It was my number one choice because of the rules and because it's overseas and I get to travel. You know, like I just want to enjoy fighting with people, and this adds an aspect to it that's more appealing to me. Yeah, so ONE FC was the only people I talked to, and we signed. I got cut about a month after the Sept fight, so about 2 weeks after that, I got signed.
Now, what's the? Is it a one fight deal, or is it kind of, or is it a longer term thing?
I got 6 fights.
Okay, cool. And now I know the money situation. Is the money better, or is that something that you?
I was not going to be too great coming off 2 losses anyway, so but it is good. It's a great organization, and I'm looking to make a long career over there.
Right on. Now, I heard in some of these interviews that you did leading up to this fight, talking about some of the changes that you made, and one of the things that you said is that you're starting to emulate one of the champions here at AMC, Demetrius Johnson, and some of the things that he does in his workouts and conditioning, and some of those things. Talk about that aspect.
Yeah, up until this point, I always used to do my own conditioning, and I handled my own cardio building up to the fights. After the loss, I stopped, and I've been working out with DJ in the morning, and I just followed his routine. Everything he does, I do, and it's worked out really great. You know, it's surprisingly, it's a lot less work than what I was doing, but there's more science behind it. You know, they know where my heart rate should be, they know where my body shouldn't be training because I'm not going to recover. You know, there's intelligent people telling me what to do now for my cardio instead of me just guessing and letting myself into the ground. So it's working out great. I feel better than ever, and my body's in great shape.
Now, what are some of the specific things that you do that are different?
Swimming, I never did before. Water training. And just the workouts, you know, I would go to a track and sprint as hard as I could, or run for 5 minutes as hard as I could. And really, it makes no sense for me because in a fight, it's not a dead sprint like that. You know, there's bursts and stuff like that. So now it's more focused for this. Like sparring is our main cardio. The rest of the time, we're kind of just building up our heart to be able to pump more blood and get more oxygen. And a lot of science stuff that I really don't even understand, but it really does work. And I felt it kick in about 3 weeks ago, and my gas tank's pretty good right now.
Awesome. Now, one of the other things you had talked about in one of these interviews was flexibility and how your flexibility has come along. Talk about what you do for that.
Hot yoga. I wish I could do it more, but you know, training a lot of the time. The rest of the time we're in zone. So, but I do need to work in it. You know, my flexibility is crap. I need to work on that. You know, I'd like to land a high kick, or at least not get submitted by someone just getting a half a submission because I'm so flexible. But I am working on it, and it's getting better slowly.
Awesome. One of the things that I find interesting when I watch fighters is the evolution of a fighter. You know, from amateur to pro, and then as a pro, how they develop. Losses are tough, but they say you know, winning is directional, losing is expansional. Is that something that you've thought about in terms of evolution as a fighter and as a mixed martial artist?
Yes, absolutely. I think these losses have made me understand more. I wish there were like technique losses, but you know, it was just kind of overall things. In the Pat Healy fight, I didn't cut weight. I didn't, you know, I was ill prepared to get in there and actually fight, so I gassed out. It was horrible for me. And the last fight, you know, it was really close. He's a tough guy, but I was able to allow him to pin me against the cage almost the whole fight, and I felt comfortable there. So now all these things are clicking in. I've changed up my routine, and I'm definitely getting better on it now. You know, I'm starting to focus more on my grappling, and I just need to be attentive and not relax during fights at all. I need to go back to where I used to be and get a goal and try to finish me.
Awesome. Now, what are the goals with ONE FC? Obviously, I think you probably have the belt in sight, but what are your goals with ONE FC?
I'd like to smash through Tommy Yang and to get one more fight, hopefully in December if I have it all possible. That'd be ideal for me. And then work my way up. I don't want to jump the gun and go right for the championship. I want to work my way up and get the respect of the people and the fans over there that I did earn my way up there. And I'd like to challenge for the title in fight
Now, a huge organization like ONE FC over in Asia, they're just all over. They're on television all over there. Obviously, marketing yourself and your name and building your name up would be a big thing. Do you have plans in terms of like walkout and being like a Bob Sapp type of walkout, or?
Oh no, I'm a pretty humble guy. I'm gonna keep it pretty mellow. I've never been one for like huge shows on that, but I just want to fight people on the cage. I want to be exciting. One of my growing up watching Pride, my favorite fighter was always Anthony Silva. He just went in there and winged those soccer kicks and just KO'd and knocked people out and devastated people. I'd like to try to emulate that and go over there and take full advantage of these rules and just put on exciting fights.
Awesome. Now the fight is Friday in Jakarta. What time is it here?
I believe it airs at 3:30 or 4:30 a.m. Thursday morning. Yeah.
Thursday morning. Now, how can we watch it?
You go to SureDog. Actually, I have a link on my Facebook page that I will post that'll actually give me credit. There's an inside contest for how to pick it. So if you guys are going to watch it, please go to my Facebook page at Caros Fodor, and I'll have a link on there. You just click that and you can watch it right through there. If you can't do that, then on SureDog they'll be streaming it.
Awesome. And do you have any sponsors or anyone you'd like to thank for this fight?
No, just my training partners, friends, family, everybody who knows here to get me ready. And thank you very much for doing this interview, and I hope to put on a good show for you guys.
All right. Well, you heard it here. Caros Fodor, Northwest Fight Scene. Good luck in there. We'll see you next time.
Thank you.